What's up everyone? Today we're going to talk about how to prevent scams and hackers from getting your information. Let's go. What's up everyone? Welcome back to my channel where we talk all things FIRE, saving money, investing money, real estate, and blockchain. If you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe and like button. We are going to be documenting me and a wifey's journey to early retirement. On the way to early retirement though, there's a lot of sensitive information being flown out there, and when you log into your credit card, when you try to transfer cryptocurrency, when you do your stocks, entering your social, there's so much out there today. Personally, I work in a cybersecurity firm and I do see some of the techniques that these scammers and hackers are utilizing to get your information. Today, we're going to talk about 3 things that you can do to prevent these scams from occurring to you. Just to preface this, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I a cybersecurity expert. Please do your own research. Unfortunately, there's no silver bullet to preventing fraud. Just like how you would secure your house, there's many entrance points, exit points that you need to cover. You got windows, you got front doors, you got your garage, you got back doors, and you might have a chimney, so close that off. However, just like your house, there are steps you can take that would deter scammers from attacking you first. You might have an ADT sign that says you have an alarm system in your house, or a beware of a giant dog sign. As funny as this is, I know plenty of friends who don't have dogs but have signs of beware of the dog, and guess what? That does deter people from breaking into your house. If you have a gate or a gate on your door or cameras around your house, this also helps deter people from attacking you. Which brings us to point number 1. When accessing your financials, whether it be blockchain, credit cards, or banks, go with a credible company. Especially in the trading world, whether it be cryptocurrency or investments, you might not want to sign up for that brand new exchange. You might want to wait for a little bit until the security is up to par. In today's day and age, everyone's been breached. Target, Discover, big banks, everyone. Working for a cybersecurity company, unfortunately, we make the statement, it's not if you're going to be attacked and compromised, it's when. If you don't have best practices in place to mitigate some of these risks to your clients, these big companies now are being held accountable. The second thing you can do is making sure that your login to these platforms is secure. Just like a house, you want to make sure you have a lock and then you have a key. You want to make sure that your login key is strong, that it's not, held together by macaroni and cheese where someone could just kick down that door. To do that, you might want a password that has a mixture of letters, numbers, and symbols. If you can keep it 16 digits and higher, that is recommended. You might notice that the Chrome browser tells you if your password has been compromised, which is pretty scary. Every 90 days, you might want to set a reminder to change your passwords. I know it's a lot of work, but to secure any sensitive information or finances, you might want to do that for those specific accounts. If it's your Netflix account, maybe you don't care, don't change it, just leave it for anyone. Scammers can watch it, doesn't matter. You might not be comfortable with one lock and you shouldn't be. You might want another lock as well. Having 2 locks means you need 2 keys, but that means it's just a little bit safer. And that second lock is called 2FA. That's two-factor authentication. After logging in with your password, a 2FA is another layer to authenticate that you are the actual owner of this account, and they'll verify it through a text message, the Google Authenticator app, or an email. If your platform does not allow for 2FA, you might want to choose a new platform because that platform is not secure. You got your 16-digit password, you got 2FA, you might also want to do a third layer. It's kind of like facial recognition, but it's not. It's called IP Whitelisting. What that means is that they will verify that the browser you're using, the IP that you're using is directly from your computer and not from someone in another country, another city, another state. If any one of these 3 layers are compromised, you still have safety in the other 2 layers. If someone gets your password, which most likely could happen, they still need to get your authenticator. If someone was able to rob you, get your password and your cell phone, however, if you're not going through your IP, which is through your browser and your laptop, they still wouldn't get access. I'm not going to do tutorials on how to set these up. You can Google that, or I can make another video on it later on. Now we have 2 things in place. Number 1, you're in the right platform, or you're in the right city, you're in a safe neighborhood. Number 2, you got your locks. You got 2, 3, 4 locks. You got your house secure of all these locks, front door, back door, windows, sensors everywhere. You're set there. The third thing you want to train for is not to get phished. No, not phishing. That's P-H-I-S-H. Phished. Phishing literally means a fraudulent practice of sending emails, well, in today's world, texts or, calls even, purporting to be from a reputable company in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as passwords and credit card numbers. This just means you don't want to open your door to solicitors, even if it's those Girl Scout cookies out there. That might just be a front, y'all. That definition is outdated because you can be phished in so many different ways. If you have a Twitter account, if you're on social media, if you're on YouTube, people are phishing through that as well. You might have seen tweets from Elon Musk where he says, I'm giving you a Bitcoin, all you gotta do is send me $10 worth and I'll send you back more. That's a phish. They're pretending to be a reputable person to get information from you so that, they can just trick you to get your stuff, but they're not going to send you anything. This happens now through text messages. And yes, you might have got those scam calls that goes direct to your voicemail. You might get them 10 times a day. There really is no solution to this because once you push one hedgehog down, another one pops up. What you really have to do is get trained to identify these types of phishing activities. Train yourself to never put in a password through a link, never put in your username through a link. Really, you know what? Just don't click on links in general. Not to scare you, but just by clicking a link, you can download malware into your computer. This malware can encrypt your whole laptop, lock you out completely, and a ransomer can just ask you for money to unlock it. You send them money and they still might not unlock it. Or better yet, this malware can just take your data, see what you're seeing on your screen, and you had no idea. Beware of fake breach emails. Beware of influencers offering you great stuff. Beware of text messages, phone calls. Beware of it all. In time, you might be able to identify that these are scams and hopefully avoid a big mistake. It's not a question of if this will happen to you, it's when, and you might have already seen these 10 times over already. Whenever you need to change your password or some sensitive information, go directly to the website, have it bookmarked, and change it there. Lastly, number 4, if you did click on a link or go to a website that's compromised, what can you do? In today's day and age, a scammer can make a website look completely identical with a fake website that they just made. They could have hijacked the subdomain, which you might not be privy of. They could have hijacked the domain itself and pointed to the exact same name like Chase, but they use a hemoglyph where the E is Latin and you might not even catch that Latin script. What that really means is that you're on a fake website, and how do you really know? And the answer is, unless you click on every single link, you might not be able to identify that this is a fake website. This is a super rare occurrence, but it does happen often. Not 2 years ago, my Ether wallet got hijacked. They had DNS cache poisoning. That's a term that you really don't need to know. Their DNS got hijacked, which means that clients thought that they were on a real website, but they really weren't. Inputting their information, and they lost over $150,000 in cryptocurrency. Not only can this happen in the blockchain world, this also happens in the real world with banking. There's banks in Brazil that got hacked that lost over $300 million. I had a personal experience of this where my fiance lost her cell phone in Cozumel, Mexico. We were on a cruise, so it wasn't until 3 days later we were able to get back and check her email. One of the emails from iCloud, it said, "Hey, we found some suspicious activity on your phone. Please log in and check this activity." Her guards were down because she lost her phone in Mexico, so of course there's suspicious activity, and she was just about to log in to iCloud. Luckily, I work for a cybersecurity company. I asked to see that email first. I checked out the email and opened a link in a secure browser. It led me to a login page that looked like it was ran by Apple and iCloud. However, upon further investigation, basically just clicking around different links on the page, it was not owned by iCloud. Luckily, she didn't put in her Apple information, or the thieves would have been able to open up her stolen iPhone. If they were able to open it up, they could erase everything and resold the phone. Because they couldn't get access to the phone, we were able to erase everything and marked it as stolen. This is just one example. I'm sure you guys have heard of hundreds of stories out there where people get scammed out of their money, their logins, everything. I know this video won't help prevent all fraud and all scams, but hopefully the tips I provided today will help you prevent some of it. Let's review. Let's make sure you pick some secure platforms out there. Ones that allow you to use 2FA, ones that allow IP whitelisting, ones that don't let you get away with simple passwords. 2, make sure your passwords are 16 digits long with a combination of letters, symbols, and numbers. Beyond the first key unlock, maybe you want 2 other key unlocks, set up a 2FA, set up the IP whitelist. Number 3, don't get phished. Don't click on links on emails. Don't click on links on text messages. Don't click on any links ever. Sure, you can read articles from friends, but if there's a link asking you to reset your password, sensitive information, don't do it. Just go to the website directly. And lastly, number 3, super rare, but if a website does get hacked, you have to watch out for that. Click around on the links, make sure everything's working. The SSL can actually trick you because scammers can get a fake SSL, so don't even believe in that. Just look out for news. If you're transferring $1 million or $1 billion in cryptocurrency or whatnot, you want to make sure that you're on a site that's not compromised. Big platforms will usually figure this out within the first hour or 2, but sometimes you never know. If the hijacker gets a subdomain, that means their main domain is never compromised. They might not catch it for a while. As scammers and hackers find out new ways to get your information, hopefully I'll be coming out with a new video to help you to get more layers of security and be more safe out there. If you made it this far in the video, please subscribe and like, as I'll be making more videos every single week. Alright guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay fire. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.